Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Transport Fever 2. This is episode 6 of our series on bringing Germany back to some glory in transport, obviously. So, we are currently at Magdeburg station, where the train from Rotterdam to Magdeburg is now traveling on its way to Bremen. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. It looks very pretty. It looks very nice. But that is not the point. The point is to get a lot of money and a lot of passengers. So, I'm going to speed the game up. We are currently at 1967. Um, we are doing pretty well. We have almost $2 billion in our bank account, and Bremen, our largest city, has reached 3,300 people. So it's almost going to fill up the space over here, which is what we want. Yeah, and cities like Meppen, 2,700, Oldenburg, 3,000, Hanover, 2,500. Even cities like Bielefeld at 2,750, Munster at 2,200 is looking pretty good. So, off camera, I did some work. Basically, what I did was some tedious work. I just added a bunch of bus stops around the main 6 cities over here. So we have the 6 cities of Munster, Bielefeld, Hanover, Bremen, Oldenburg, and Meppen. I added a bunch of bus stops around them and supplied them with bus lines and new buses, um, in the year 1967. So yeah, I also fixed a bit of traffic issues over here. I mean, as you can see, there's still a lot of trucks over here. But hopefully this traffic will ease up. I built a second depot over here just to transfer some of the trucks away from this lane over to here. But it doesn't seem to be using that many trucks. We'll hopefully have more trucks come over. So this is for oil and this is for food. Yeah, and the passengers are going pretty well. We have quite a fair bit of passengers traveling between the cities, and we're making a bit of money, which is good. So, the first goal of today's episode is to actually connect the outskirts cities of Bremerhaven, Emden, and Groningen, as well as Amsterdam, to its more mother cities. So for Bremerhaven, it's Bremen. For Emden is Oldenburg and Meppen. For Groningen is Zwolle. And for Amsterdam is Rotterdam. So how I'm going to do this is with buses, because the train distance is a bit short. So I'm going to build a bus terminal of sorts. I want to connect Oldenburg to Bremen and Bremen to Bremerhaven. So I'll build it here at the outskirts of the city. Maybe over here. Let's see. I can build it over here actually. Let's do a street. Let's do a large street. Okay, and I believe we will have some very nice bus depots or bus terminals. Greyhound bus station. No, it's not that nice. Bus station large. There we go. Okay, I'm going to configure it so that the buses enter from the left and exit from the right. Let's configure this. Oh, I can't configure this. Okay, never mind. We'll just use this. Streets. Connect the street together. So this is the Bremen bus terminal. I'm gonna connect it up to Bremerhaven. We'll do something around here. Let's just do the same bus terminal, maybe a smaller one, a medium one. I'll do something like this. This looks pretty nice. Bremerhaven, oh, we just call it Bremerhaven East, that's fine. And for Oldenburg, we want one as well. I'm going to do one over here. Let's have a large one. Let's manage to fit it right in here. There we go. And street. Let's see if I can fit a street here. There we go. So we have Oldenburg sidings. And then for Emden, I'll just connect it to Oldenburg, is fine. Emden will add a medium bus tram station. One over here. For Groningen, I'll add one over here. For Zoll, I'll add one. Let's see. I'll add one. Let's do it here. There we go. For Rotterdam, we'll do one. I can't do one right at the end of the road, so I'll have to rotate it. And for Amsterdam, same thing. Okay, so we have the bus stations. Now I want to actually connect the main bus lines within the city to the bus station. So that means I am going to go to, let's say, Bremen bus line 2, because it's the closest. At stop number 20, I'm going to add a station and go to Bremen bus terminal. For Oldenburg, I'll do the same thing with the bus line. Oldenburg bus line, where is the bus station again? I put it here, so it's the blue line, stop 15 to stop 16, Oldenburg sidings. And then for Zoll, let me see, where did I put the bus station? I put it here. Let me create, not a new line, let me create a bus stop just here. And then maybe one here. I'll just do a quick line from the bus terminal to the bus terminal. Yes, there we go. And do something like that. Okay, so this is going to be Zoll bus line 2. And then I will give it 3 buses. So GM Fishbowl, 3 buses, Zoll bus line 2. Actually, let me see Zoll bus line 1. All the vehicles are very old, so let me replace them with this. Okay. And Rotterdam, I first need to connect the 2 cities of Rotterdam and Amsterdam. So let's connect it here. Okay. And then the bus terminal is literally just this. So for Rotterdam, I will add a bus stop over here, create a new line from the terminal to go up here. So we'll call this Rotterdam bus line 2. Same thing, go to the depot, buy 3 buses, Rotterdam bus line 2, and for Rotterdam bus line 1, replace the buses. Okay, there we go. Now, time to create new lines. So we're going to start off with Bremen to Oldenburg. So Bremen bus terminal to Oldenburg bus terminal and back. So Bremen to Oldenburg bus line 1. Create a new line from Bremen bus terminal to Bremerhaven bus terminal. Bremerhaven bus line 1. Okay. Then new line from Oldenburg to Emden. Oldenburg to Emden bus line 1. New line from Zoll. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, by the way. I've always pronounced it as Zoll, but I have no idea if that's actually how you pronounce the town. Bus line 1. And lastly, new line Rotterdam to Amsterdam. Okay, time to create the buses. I'll create 3 buses for each. And maybe a bit more for Oldenburg to Bremen. So, Zoll. Zoll to Groningen bus line. Oldenburg, not new line. Not this bus terminal, this one. Time to create 6. Oldenburg to Emden bus line 1. Let me clone this, make 6. For Bremen to Oldenburg bus line 1. And for Bremen, where is the depot? Here is the depot. And then 3 buses to Bremerhaven. There we go. So we got the bus line set. Hopefully after a while there will be some demand for these buses. We'll see. In the meantime, that is project number 1 for today completed. We have bus lines from the mother cities of Bremen, Oldenburg, Zoll and Rotterdam to its sister cities, which is great. Next thing I wanted to complete is a passenger line over at the east side, because we already created a loop for the train. That is the vehicle, that is not a train. Where is the train? Yeah, but the train is carrying goods created over here. So Frankfurt/Oder goods line. It could be doing better. It only has 19 goods so far. So it could be doing better. It's also traveling really slowly. But it is an uphill, so maybe that's why. Yeah. So this loop or this train is carrying 19. It probably carry a bit more just now to Berlin. Where it's before that it started at Frankfurt/Oder. So the train is coming in. Let's just take a look at the train going around this curve into Stettin. And it drops off almost all of it, 14 goods. That's pretty interesting. Now we have 14 goods for this one truck, which, oh, it didn't even pick it up. Oh, it did. 14 goods. It picked up all of it. So it's going to send it over to the city of Stettin, which is growing, but we can grow it even more. So what I plan to do is to actually extend this passenger line from Rotterdam all the way to Magdeburg, and then currently it's from Rotterdam to Magdeburg, and I can extend it to Frankfurt/Oder, which I think I will use as a hub for this eastern side. So we already have the train tracks for this actually, because the train, okay, hold on, the train here is stopped. Why is that the case? Okay, it's continuing. Questionable. Okay, so we already have the tracks for this, as you can see. This is going all the way to Frankfurt/Oder. So now, and we already have the track to Berlin, Stettin, Posen, and back. But what I wanted to do is to connect this, which is already connected, to here. To here, Frankfurt/Oder, and then connect them to the rest of the cities. So, one thing I wanted to do is to connect Potsdam to the tracks. So let's do that. First of all, let's create the road for that. Let's see here. And train building. Let's see some different designs, shall we? This one is pretty interesting. Never mind, let's just use the default for now and we'll work it out later. Large, 2 tracks, 240 meters, high speed with catenary. Let me delete this road. There we go. We have a train station at Potsdam. And then I need to connect the tracks. So, from Magdeburg, or rather from Frankfurt/Oder to Potsdam, we have this track right here. Time to connect it. Let's branch out at maybe 88 kilometers per hour. There we go. And branch out again. Over to here. Alright. Let me make this nicer. Okay. Oops. That is not connected at all. Let's see. I can actually connect this to here. Then utilize a double diamond here. Okay, so Potsdam is now connected. Utilizing the double diamond here. There we go. Let me put in the signals. Let me delete these 2 signals. Put one right at the double diamond. Put one here, one here. There we go. Now we need to connect it back to the main track. So here, something like this. We'll do something like that. Connect it to the main track. There we go. And we have the double diamond here, so it's fine. Let's put a signal here and a signal here. Let me just check that I put the signals here correctly, because it feels like I didn't. I did. Alright. Then a signal here, a signal here. Build the double diamond over here. Let's do it further up. Okay. Signal. Signal. There we go. So we have the signals. Let's do autosig. Actually it doesn't really need autosig. Okay. So we got the tracks laid down. Then we want to basically fill up the passengers, rather the line. So let's start off with a new line, and let's start at Frankfurt/Oder, going to Potsdam, to Berlin, if it lets me press, to Stettin, to Posen, and back to Frankfurt/Oder. So we call this the Frankfurt/Oder PAX train loop 1. I'm going to rename this, not Berlin, Potsdam, just to Potsdam. There we go. Then for the line of Rotterdam to Magdeburg PAX train line, let's add a new stop at Frankfurt/Oder, which we have a problem. Okay, let's see the problem. Cannot connect all stations. This is the blue line going here. The blue line goes here. And then it goes to here. Huh. Let me see. Why can't I connect the stations together? I have disconnected. And then we're supposed to just turn. Is it something wrong at Frankfurt/Oder? Wrong train line. This one. There's nothing wrong at the passenger side. So what's the issue? Let's see. Are these connected? These are connected. This should be connected to here. And this should be connected to here. Yeah, disconnected. that is connected. Let me see if I add a waypoint. We can figure out the problem. So manage line, go to the waypoint. I can do that. Okay, so it's not on this line, or rather it's not in that junction over there. Let me add a waypoint over here and see. I can add to Potsdam waypoint. So it's not you. So it must be here. This kind of looks a bit weird. Let me just delete this and try again. Tracks. Add the double diamond. If it allows me to. What is the issue? Let's see if I add a waypoint here. Manage line, add station. We can go here. Is this a one-way? No, it's not. Oh, did I connect the cargo station by accident? No, I did not. So if I can go here, why can't I go here? Is it because of you? I mean, it shouldn't be. There's no reason, unless it's not electrified. The station was not electrified, guys. That is a horrendous mistake. Okay, we figured it out. There we go. So now we have Frankfurt/O there. Then we can go back to Magdeburg. Yeah, and now we have the line. So we have passengers going to here. Let's play and see how it goes. Is this a train? Nope, this is the oil/fuel line. Traveling a bit slowly, I'll admit. But it's doing its hard work. Oops, I actually opened the console. Okay, how about this train? This is the planks. I'm not starting to get demand over here. So I think what I may need to do is to build bus stop lines so I can get demand. So I will... Oh wait, I forgot about making the train. So let me try that first. Where is the train depot? I swear I had one over here. It's here. Can this go to Frankfurt/O there? It can. Okay, so buy a passenger train. Let's do 160 kilometers per hour. Passenger Let's do the Einheitswagen. Sounds pretty swag. Okay, 252, 41 million. So we'll do this at hack train loop. There we go. So the train is coming out of the train depot. Don't know why it's traveling so slowly. It can go faster than this. There we go. It goes onto the right. Passes this cargo train that's carrying a lot of wood planks. This is very exciting, guys. Passes through the cargo station. Traveling at 140 kilometers per hour. This is pretty fast. There's a train right ahead, so we have to wait for that. Then it's green. Soon. Turn green, please. There we go. On its way. We have to wait for the head train. Turning left now into Frankfurt/Oder, where 0 passengers in total are waiting. Brilliant. But we will soon get passengers once we add the bus lines. But before that, let me check the bus lines over here. Let's see how they're doing. We do have passengers at the Emden bus stop. Where is the Oldenburg sidings? Over here. How about Bremerhaven? We have 1. We have some passengers. Hopefully we'll get more in time to come. Yeah. Okay, so I'll get back to you once I've built all the bus stops over here. And then we will see what to do next. Okay guys, welcome back. I've added the bus stops and bus lines to Stettin, to Berlin, to Potsdam, to Frankfurt/Oder, and to Posen. So we can now create, or rather add the buses. Let's do 3 for each. 1 for Potsdam bus line, for Berlin, Berlin bus line, for Stettin, Stettin bus line, for Posen, Posen bus line, and Frankfurt/Oder. 3 buses for the bus line. And as you can see, we're already getting passengers. Some passengers coming in on the loop, which is nice to see. And over here at Frankfurt/Oder, we have 14 passengers going to Rotterdam/Magdeburg, or rather the direction of Magdeburg. Don't know exactly where they're going. Let's see how the progress is going. 3,644. Current population at Bremen and target population is 5,728. That's pretty insane. So yeah, I think that's going pretty well. Bremen bus terminal has some demand. Let's see. Zoll bus terminal has some demand. But no demand in Bremerhaven and Groningen. Okay, hopefully it works out, the bus routes. But the city of Bremen is going exponentially, is going to this direction, is going to take over Bremerhaven soon. So we'll leave that be. We'll leave them to their own devices and to see how they grow. I think the next thing that we want to do is firstly to deal with this plastic situation, because I have 517 plastic over here. I have 442 wood planks over here. So what I can do is probably clone this 2 more times and then run this route. What I'm actually going to do for the passenger line is to extend out extend here. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me configure this station to add tracks. Let me just add tracks. Also, these aren't high-speed tracks, are they? Oh, they are, but okay, these ones are not electrified. Configure tracks. Where did the tracks go? Why are they underground? I think I accidentally selected the underground option. High-speed tracks. On all 6. There we go. Then my job now is to connect just here. Build anyway. Actually, I don't want this much curvature. I want the train to go as fast as possible. So maybe let's do this. Build anyway. Let's delete this. Huh. Okay. It doesn't want to allow me to build faster speed ones. Okay, we'll just do that. Then we'll do a double diamond in between the 2 signals. A pretty fast one. There we go. double diamond, a one here. Okay, and then we need to go back. So going back onto the track is as simple as doing this. Why won't you allow me to build? $266. $97. Okay, that's fine. So signal here. We have a signal here. Let me do the signal. Actually, we don't need it. Okay, there we go. So now we have a throughput for the passenger line. So Rotterdam to Magdeburg. Oh wait, I need to rename that one soon. Hold on. Let me create a waypoint first. I need to delete these tracks. Delete. There we go. Wait, actually, no, don't delete them. I'm an idiot. I'm pretty stupid. Tracks. Let's just make sure they are electrified. There we go. They are also high speed. Then I want to add a waypoint over here for Magdeburg to Frankfurt/Oder. Go to Potsdam waypoint 1. And on the way back, I need to add another waypoint. Okay, and now time to rename this line. Frankfurt/Oder Pax train line. Okay, there we go. So now we've created a siding for the high-speed train to go through, which is great because we don't want any delays from the 3 slower trains. Yeah. Okay, so now we have 3 trains running this line. So hopefully that is settled. The next thing I want to do, and probably the last thing for this episode, is to create an external line over here that helps grow Mainz, Frankfurt, Fulda, Kassel, Göttingen, and then to Magdeburg. So what I want to do is to create a separate line over here, this way. Maybe I'll go to Wolfsburg also. Yeah, so this way we have more passengers going through here and ending up in Magdeburg. Maybe Magdeburg will also serve as a hub for us, just like Bremen, currently at 3,700 population. So I'll get back to you after I've built all the infrastructure, and then we'll show you what we've done. Alright, welcome back. We've built the tracks from Mainz to Frankfurt to Fulda/Kassel. We'll share the station here between these two cities to Göttingen, to Wolfsburg, and then to Magdeburg. So we built the tracks. Now it's time to build the line. So we have the line, the train line from not Frankfurt, from Mainz. We want to use this platform right here. Let's use platform 4. Go to Frankfurt. Go to Kassel/Fulda. Go to Göttingen. And go to Wolfsburg. Go to Magdeburg. Come back. Where's Wolfsburg? Göttingen, Kassel, Frankfurt. We'll call this the Mainz to Magdeburg PAX train line. There we go. So now it's time to add the trains and the buses. So I've also created a bus route for each city. And it's time to add the buses. Mainz already has a bus. So, we have new buses. Travels 80, we don't need it. Buy 3. Frankfurt, bus line 1. And then for this one, we need 6. Fulda bus line 1 and Kassel bus line 1. For Göttingen, we need 3. And then for Wolfsburg, we need 3. There we go, we've got the bus lines. Now time to add a train. The question is, where should we put the train? Should we put it at this depot over here in Dresden? Or should we make a new depot? I think I'm gonna put it at a depot at Dresden, just to make sure. And the question is, where is the depot again? I've completely lost it. There we go, it is here. This is a passenger train. Let's see what passenger trains we have. We have the Shinkansen. I don't think we need that. We have the Metroliner. 232 capacity. Why not? Let's just throw the Metroliner on this line. And we'll do the Mainz to Magdeburg line. Cannot connect all stations. Frankfurt to Mainz. I believe this is probably just an electric issue. Yep. Okay. And I also saw just now that something was a bit weird. Nope, nothing was a bit weird. Okay, we have the line. So as you can see, this is the line from Mainz, Frankfurt, Kassel/Fulda, Göttingen, Wolfsburg, Magdeburg, and then it comes back to Wolfsburg, Göttingen, Fulda, Frankfurt, Mainz. There we go. We have the line. And I think other than that, we have a few more things to just settle. First of all, we have a lot of goods for the Frankfurt/Oder to Oldenburg line. So I am going to clone this and create a new train for that purpose. And then we have a lot of bricks. I'm going to clone this. Actually, for the goods, I'm going to clone one more. There we go. We have a lot of people at Bremen terminal for the Rotterdam to Frankfurt/Oder line. So I'm going to double the amount of trains. Yeah, I think we need to double the amount of trains for this one. Okay. And Zoll has a lot of people. Oh sorry, this Mappen. So it's basically the Rotterdam to Frankfurt/Oder pax train line that has a lot of people that wants to travel. So we need to double the trains. And I think that should be fine. We are currently losing money. We lost 139 million this year, or this 6 months. But that's okay because normally we gain around 40 to 80 million. Just because we spent 155 million in this case. Therefore, we're losing money, but this should be fine. We will get it sorted soon. Unfortunately, we seem to have a traffic jam here with this train. Oh, no, it's going away. Okay. Then the goods. Frankfurt/Oder to Oldenburg. Okay, skips the waiting train. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so where is the train? How many trains do we even have? We have 40 trains. That is a lot of trains. So, wow. Mainz to Magdeburg. The train is traveling to Wolfsburg. Let's take a look. It is leaving that city. I have no idea what that city is. I mean, if it were traveling to Wolfsburg, it's probably Hanover. It could be. I'm not sure. Well, it could be Magdeburg. It's currently carrying 2 people already, which is great. Yeah, I think we left Magdeburg there. And now we're heading to Wolfsburg. We have a nice mountain, either, let's say, around 11 o'clock, which is nice. As we travel to Wolfsburg, the train is picking up speed. It's currently at 123 kilometers per hour. It is now going over the bridge. This is very nice. There is Wolfsburg, the town of Wolfsburg. And here is the train station. Welcome to Wolfsburg. There's absolutely no one here. Okay, but soon come winter. Well, great English. As time will come, there'll be more people. So yeah. Wolfsburg has 600 residents. Göttingen has 900. Let's see how Mainz is doing. 2,400 residents, with 14 people waiting for the Magdeburg line. 124 wanting to travel to Münster, 72 wanting to travel to Strasbourg. This is going to carry goods from here. There's unfortunately no goods. Oh no. We have a shortage of planks. Let's see. That has made enough planks, so I think it's the wood lines that we need to upgrade. So let me do this. Cargo. Oh, we have the Peterbilt. Let's do that. Let's get 8 for the Oldenburg wood line tree. Wood line 2, let's replace with the Peterbilt. 8 and Peterbilt. 8. There we go. Hopefully we get more planks that way. Slight problem, we have a traffic jam. This is huge traffic over here. And the Peterbilts don't help, they're massive. Huh. Well, we're gonna have to solve this problem somehow. Massive traffic jams. Yeah, I'll solve this problem off camera. Now, for now, we are having good progress. Bremerhaven is going. Oh wow, it's 1.3k already. And Bremen should be 4k, 3.99. That's great. So, yeah, I guess thank you for watching, everyone. We've accomplished a lot in this episode. First of all, we did the bus lines. Second of all, we did the passenger. Oh no, we did the passenger before, but we did the bus lines here. We did the passenger over here. And then afterwards, we did the passengers line over here. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. And we'll see you next time. Bye bye.